Hello and welcome back, all my theorists. Thanos the Mad Titan. Look at this face though, does he really seem mad to you? I'm not gonna lie, if the Marvel franchise ended with this scene and Thanos winning, I wouldn't even be mad. But that's not why we are here today. We're going to talk about how Thanos was nicer than you think, and the morality of his decisions was so that life could flourish and be as happy as Thanos was in this closing scene to end Infinity War. The main focus is on Thanos' decision of how he decided to remove half the life in the universe from existence. I mean, there are a lot of ways to die, and the peaceful vanishing of everyone is realistically the best way to go. Not just for the ones being erased from existence, but more importantly for everyone who is left behind. Seriously, it was far easier for people who got to witness their loved ones go in this manner that they did. Some didn't even see it happen, and while it is painful to not know why they vanished, it would have been better than the alternatives.
Okay, what was that?
Death.
What kind?
Instant.
There was no sound, he just died.
Yeah, terrifying. It's a terrifying thing to watch happen.
As Rick just explained to us, that death is terrifying and watching it happen can have a tremendous impact on everyone who witnesses it, especially when you don't understand what is wrong with someone. It's a human thing to try and rationalize why that person died. Seriously, Thanos could have just dropped everyone, which would have had devastating impacts on society both mentally and economically. Imagine being a janitor here. Yeah, I'm not cleaning that up either. However, if everyone just witnessed someone just dropped to the ground, emergency calls would have flooded the network as people try to get help for the person. Many people around the world would have tried to do CPR and save that person's life unknowing to the gravity of the situation. People might have drove frantically to a hospital to get help perhaps, and even getting in additional accidents than the ones we saw in Infinity War, only to realize there are people just laying on the ground in the hospitals as well. It would have been devastating not knowing why or how all these people died instantly, and the aftermath would have been far more traumatic than you can imagine. Not to mention the cost of the funerals, which is extremely expensive. All of these 3.9 billion deceased individuals on Earth would have to be disposed of. With the average cost of funerals ranging greatly around the world, I decided to go with the average cost of $35.75, which would mean that Thanos saved us over $14 trillion. Seriously, Thanos did everyone a solid by cremating half the population right there on the spot. Thanks, Thanos. You really aren't such a bad guy after all. Although with that many people dying all at once, the overall outlook would have been far more grim. You wouldn't be able to have a proper funeral or say goodbye in traditional means, and more archaic mass graves would have had to been utilized. There would have been trucks driving around neighborhoods going door to door to collect the dead and take them to a landfill somewhere. Okay, this is getting dark, but you get the picture. Furthermore, there is no telling if Thanos evenly got rid of half of Europe or half of China where populations are high. However, it's likely he didn't with the goal he had in mind, which was for civilizations to flourish. So countries with low populations per capita, it's possible Thanos didn't wipe out 50% of them as they weren't experiencing a resource problem. So Thanos likely dipped heavily into areas of the world that were overpopulated at a higher than 50% rate, maybe even 60 to 70%, to even things out and make sure Earth as a whole lost 50% of life so it would then be able to flourish. Thanos knows what it's like to lose someone he loves. In fact, Thanos paid the ultimate price as it cost him everything to achieve his goal to have the universe prosper. This is why he had to do it, and why Thanos tried to make the transition of removing 50% of life in the universe as painless and fair as possible for everyone.
Simply snap my fingers. They would all cease to exist. I call that mercy.
There are tons of videos on the morality of the snap. You could argue a case that he wasn't wrong. However, there is no mistake that Thanos had the best intentions for everyone, and then he could finally rest and watch the sun set on a grateful universe. Hope everyone is enjoying their day, and tell me, do you think Thanos was nicer than you think? Was the Mad Titan that misguided in his vision for saving the universe from inevitable destruction? As always, I love to read your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it and smash that like button. Also, please subscribe to support the channel and turn on that notification bell to keep these theories coming.